everybody. I do believe we are live. Although I just looked at the my personal page at Facebook is live, but it is locked. I have to figure that out. I've yet to figure that out. Bear with me here. We've definitely got a packed show. Everybody just let me know if you can hear me. Make sure everybody can hear me. Okay, I see we're live at the gallery page. All right, so damn, I got a lot of stuff going on this. So look, I want to do. I got to keep the show moving. It is a packed show. I'm not going to call out the people that are in the chat. We all know why we're here. It is a launch party for for Maddie and Kiki's new show, the BBQ BARN. If you have any questions, they will be in the chat, and I do appreciate them. We're on a tough schedule, I know, because I see them waking up at 2:30 in the morning because I'm up. So I appreciate them coming in. And I'm going to start the show off real quick for everybody out there because I talk about it all the time. And it is perfect to bring it up again. And that is all of us can change our lives if we just change our thought process. So if you're not happy with the life that you currently live, you're only one thought away from changing your whole trajectory of life. I know this because I have done it in the past. I bring it up. I've talked about it all the time. It's the perfect time to bring it up because that is exactly what M&K has done. We all know their story. Um, they were in the corporate world, not to speak for them, but I'm pretty sure I got the gist of it. All in they were both in the corporate world, and they just hated it. And they took a shot and picked up the phone, started filming, but they had more of a dream than a lot of YouTubers had because they really put into the live show. They felt that their presence, and I always told them that they're just bigger than YouTube. And I felt that from the beginning. They're just bigger. They're more of a personality, more of a talent. I was talking to my wife the other night, and there's YouTube can spring off so many different types of careers. Whether you just want to YouTube, whether you want to work for grow companies, or do live TV like them. There's so many avenues that you can do. But again, it all starts with changing your thought process. If you're not happy in your current situation, and again, I know this because I make no secret. I'm a 10th grade dropout. But I had, I'm always a worker, so I had a career in the flooring industry. But it's labor intensive. But as a 10th grade dropout, that's what you're going to get. But as long as you have a trade, you are good to go. But I wanted something more. People always told me internet, internet, internet. So long story short, I decided to pick up my cell phone and took a shot, and here I am, as well as them. So I bring this up because I know there's some people in the, this goes out to people, they listen. If you're not happy in your current situation and you have an idea, follow the idea. That's the gist of what I want to say as we start off this show. And it is a pretty packed show. I definitely have some surprises lined up. Obviously, M&K know nothing. I've kept them in the dark. So we are just going to get started with the show. And again, it's going to be hard for me to follow the chat, but we all know the show is debuts Monday night. I believe it is 7 o'clock. And for the people in the States, you can download the app from your Fire Stick. If you just ask the app, it'll download it. You can watch them on the big screen. I mean, that's what I'm going to do. If you don't have the Fire Stick, you can just download the GustoTV app right on your cell phone. So we want everybody to join in and and support and watch the show. I do have some people popping in. Let me get the first one up. She wants to say congratulations, and here she comes. And you are on. That is my wife.
Hi, Maddie and Kiki. Just wanted to say congratulations. Such an awesome accomplishment. Can't wait to see the show.
All right, that is my wife. She wanted to pop on that. Here's her internet debut. Thank you. I will see you later. There you go. She wanted to pop in and just say, look, a big congratulations again, man, because, I know uh, from the inside on what the girls gave up, what their dream was, and how they chased the dream, and that is most important for everybody to understand. Again, if there is something that you feel is lacking in your life, you are one thought process away of changing it. I do have someone else popping in. Well, before I get to them, here, let me play this. Just bear with me. I'm going to probably mess this up, but we will see. I really got the pressure on me here. Share screen. Whoops, don't want to share that. All right, so here you go.
Maddie, Kiki, congratulations on your new show on GustoTV. I am so excited for you. I can't wait to watch. You both always look like you're having so much fun in the kitchen. Cheers to both of you. Maddie.
Now, I don't know if that worked or not. I'm sure there was a lot of echo. I will send that over to hold on. I definitely need to temp. I got a lot of pressure on me here tonight. I'm not sure if that worked, but that was Sylvia from the Silly Kitchen. And of course, she wanted to jump on and give a congratulations to the lady. Look, to the girls. I had quite a few people reach out. I want to keep this show to the hour. I don't want it to go too much more of the hour. Again, if you have questions, it's going to be hard for me to see everything in the chat. But the girls are there, so you can ask them questions like when the show starts, how many in the year, how many shows are they going to do in the first season. You can get them in because I have to work the board over here. And of course, we do have to pop that up. Life ain't no dress rehearsal. Live it up while you can. Life is too short to be miserable in the job you hate. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Now, I loved my job, but I knew that there's something more out there for me. So that took me to where I needed to go, which is on the internet. And we do have somebody else. Now, look, new to the scene. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it anymore. He's new to the scene. I did interview him, and I have to tell you, we hit it off. I just liked what he was about. So I wanted to bring him on. And of course, that is my man, Saucy Rossy.
What's up? How you doing, my man? Thank you so much for having me on. Ladies, really excited to be here.
Go ahead. Let me just lower that. Go ahead, Saucy. Let me see if I got you now.
Yeah, how's that? Is that any better?
Look at him, smooth talking, Saucy Rossy in the house.
How you doing? I'm so excited. Thanks for having me on. And ladies, thrilled to be here to just say congratulations, just like the videos before. I'm so pumped for you. Tommy, if you don't mind, I'll just have a quick blurb. I'm like Tommy said, I'm new to the whole neighborhood, if you will. You know, I've only been around probably 6 months really hanging out, but I feel 100% welcomed. It's a family vibe, and everyone here has been so kind all the way through everyone, you know, CJ, Tommy, yourself, but Maddie and Kiki. I can ask them questions and they're happy to answer, whether it's just about a recipe or actual life advice. They've been nothing but super awesome. So just thanks, ladies. And it just makes sense that you guys got this show. You both kick butt. It's wicked.
Isn't it? Isn't it? So, you know, when I first started doing this, you know, I always heard about the big family. And it is true that there is a big family in the barbecue world, but you have to
Yeah.
find your right siblings. That doesn't mean that everybody that has a cooking show on YouTube is, you know, because there's niches. There's, you know, there's niches, there's crews, there's, you know, these people, that people. But once you get into the crowd that you feel, you know, is your siblings or, you know, your people, then it definitely is a family for sure. And, you know, just to go on what I was saying before, you know, when I interviewed Saucy, and I think we talked through email or text a few times, he just has that, positive outlook vibe that I dig. And we went late, and my show never goes late. I try to keep it to that 7.
Hey.
And you know, I can interview him probably for hours.
Round 2, let's go, man.
Yeah, you know, so
yeah,
so I appreciate you popping in
glad to be
congratulate the girls, and I'm sure you will be tuning in on Monday night.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be so awesome. Thanks for letting me know I can download the app on my Fire Stick.
Yeah, you can watch. I'm going to watch the girls on the 85, and I believe they're doing.
Nice
I believe they're doing back to back shows Monday. So there's actually 2
Fantastic.
shows. Hold on, let me just. So yeah, so I believe there's 2 shows. One at 7, and then the next one comes on at 7:30.
Perfect. I can't wait to tune in with everyone else. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, dude, keep on doing what you do, brother.
Take care.
All right, man. So that is the Saucy Rossy, and you know, yeah, he is new to the barbecue scene. I only just met him, but he's a cool dude with a good outlet. So Joe wants to know what show. So the girls, I'm sure they might have explained it, but the girls got their own network TV show. It's going to be on Gusto TV. It's going to premiere tomorrow night. You can get Gusto on the Fire Stick or your cell phone. Just download the app. And it's from 7 to 7:30 tomorrow night. And also, I think they're going to do a 7:30 to 8. So there's 2 shows, but I think there may be a show Wednesday also. I'll have the girls jump in on that. All right, just have to send that out. Good thing. So that is Gusto TV. Just put a TV right after that, oh, Joe, and that will be it. I'm just catching up on this. They're quick to air them. Just making sure I don't have any questions here. This is wild and adorable. We got Barbecue Mama in the house. I want to thank her for popping in. Of course, my man, Judge Webb. So, yeah, so that's what I was. So, you know, this just works perfect into what I always, always talk about is just changing that thought process into going after what you want to go after. I absolutely am thrilled. Not only am I thrilled that I've gotten so close to them, but I'm just thrilled in the close family that I have developed in the barbecue world. And also, I just absolutely love, I love what I'm doing. The griddle channel that you see, I've got the hat on, has lit a new fire on me, under me. So I'm still having fun, man. And I think Kiki put up there before that life's no dress rehearsal or whatever she wrote, but yeah, you should have fun. You should have fun every day. I always talk about it. I get up and, I'm ready to roll, man. That's why I get up. My wife says, well, why are you up at 3 o'clock? I'm up at 3 o'clock a lot of times just because I just want to get started. I never wake up at 3 in the morning. I'm like, oh yeah, it's 3 o'clock. I'm out of bed, man. I'm doing my thing. So whatever floats your boat is what you want to. Internet. Oh, I'm back. So we've been having internet problems, but hopefully we can get through this show. But look, you got to have a congratulations from the big man himself. And of course, that is the Cmac attack.
Let's go!
Are you ready to dance, brother?
I'm ready to dance because it's Friday. Oh, no, it's Sunday, but it feels like Friday.
There you go, man. So Cmac, he wanted to come in and give a big congrats to the girls.
That's right. Ladies, I'm so excited for you guys. Been following you for a long time, have the opportunity to hang out with you a little bit, and Tommy and in Connecticut, what, 3 years ago now?
A long time ago, man.
It seems like probably longer than it was.
Yeah.
But listen, here's what I'll say. This is a funny thing that we do, right? All this social media. Tommy and I here, two 60-year-olds, trying to keep up with the kids and stuff.
There you go.
And you quickly find out, especially when you get old like him and I, you quickly figure out who are the authentic people on these platforms and stuff. And listen, some people are just fun to follow, but they're totally different in real life than they are on Instagram or YouTube or whatever else. Ladies, Maddie, Kiki, this is why I'm so happy for you guys. You guys are super authentic. You deserve all the accolades and great things that come your way. I mean, you two were exactly the same in person that you are on social media, and it's refreshing. And I would say never lose that, because you guys got something special. You're entertaining, you know what you're doing. You're both cute as hell, which I'm sure Tommy will back me up on. But super excited for you guys getting this new venture, and I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, right. I mean, the promo that they released was I see steamy. I'm sure I'm the only dude that probably does. But I got to keep it real. And I thought the promo was hot. They said it was sweat. I mean, I just saw hotness. I thought it was. So look, I was thinking a lot about it. And I have been watching a little bit of GustoTV, and this show is going to be different than the other shows. This show is going to have a little bit more of an edge, I feel, than some of the other shows. Now, look, will it be a hit? Will it not be a hit? For me, whether it is or it isn't, they've already won.
Sure.
They've already won. I always try to tell them the ride to get there is always better than when you actually land there, because now they see, they're up at 2:30, 3 o'clock, and these girls, even though they go to bed early, they're not early risers that early. So, so now they have to put the work in, and you know, one of the things I talk about all the time is I never want this to become like a job, like a business,
Right.
but there's no way around it. And for them, that is exactly what it is now. You know, it's more than just a job, you know.
Well, that listen,
I couldn't be more thrilled.
Yeah, so two things. First of all, that's what we all strive for in life, right? That's the perfect scenario, is you finding something that you truly love to do. And if that's what you end up doing for a living, then you've won the lottery, right? You know,
Yeah.
what's the old famous saying that if you work at something that you love, you don't work a day in your life. So,
Yeah.
you know, but it's hard to mesh those two. I mean, I found myself, you know, I've been grilling and cooking for years and years and years, and there's some times that I got to take a little break because I just
Yeah.
feel like, you know, I don't know if it's necessarily felt like a job per se, but there's some times that I'm like, man, I just wish I could cook a steak and eat it with, you know, while it's warm without having to take a bunch of pictures and stuff. And, you know, occasionally you got to step back. But I had another point, but, you know,
Go ahead.
that's the other thing that happens when you're, you know, 60 years old. You kind of forget shit. You know, the train
No
gets off
shit.
the
No
track.
shit.
But, oh, I know what I was going to say.
Go
You know,
ahead.
you're talking about the destination, you know, the journey being more important than the destination. Well, I'll tell you what, this is, you know, one of my managers in the telephone business a long time ago told me, actually on the day that he hired me, it was an internal move that I did, a promotion. And he said, listen, he said, I'm super excited to have you on the team, but what you should be thinking about now is, how are you going to use this position that I hadn't even started yet? How are you going to use this position then to get to the next one? What's the next move, right? And that really stuck with me for years. And so when I was working, what I would do is anytime I got a new job, one of the first things that I did was update my resume, because that kind of got me on the mindset of, this isn't the destination. This is just the next stop on kind of that continuous movement. And that's what I see for Maddie and Kiki, right? This is, hey, let's be excited. This is fun. And, but what's going to, you know, I don't see this being their last stop on the train, right? This is going to be a little stop. And, you know, what's going to be the next thing that happens. And that's the fun part of this, is being able to see people's, you know, their growth. And, you know, even for people that you may have just started following, that's a nice thing about social media, right? The good things and bad things is that there's history. You can go back and look at kind of where they've come from. And, you know, some of those early videos, Tommy, you know this, you know, you probably go back and look at some of your early videos and cringe a little bit, right? And I'm not making fun of them. I'm just saying that, you know, you all come a long way. And again, I just think that these guys are, these gals are in for some continued great things. We're gonna celebrate and enjoy this one, but I think they're far from their final destination.
They're special, and to sum all that up in a song, life's a journey, not a destination, right? It's Mr. Steven Tyler.
Yes.
So look, Cmac, I hope, I was joking with the girls, the more famous they get, the more celebrity little hotel things. So hopefully they will get out to Connecticut.
Yes.
So we can see you again.
Yeah, so you guys, you know, come on up a little bit more in New England. We'll host you and do some content out here in the backyard.
Thanks, ma'am.
Appreciate you letting me join, ladies. Keep on being the rock stars that you are.
Cheers, brother. And that, of course, is the great Cmac. And like I said, we definitely have a packed show, and no show can be complete. Let me let her finish her, make sure she's done with her drink. And there you go. So here she is, the best hair in the business, of course.
Hi, Maddie and Kiki and Tommy. How am I supposed to follow Cmac? That was
there you
awesome.
go. I know, right?
Anyway, I am so happy to be a part of this. I saw Sylvia's video. I was like, why couldn't I have pre-recorded mine?
Did the sound come in? I wasn't sure if the
Yeah.
sound played. Oh, it did.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was great. Yeah, oh, yeah. But it was really cute. But yeah, anyway, I am locked and loaded, and Gusto TV is downloaded on my phone, and I'm so excited. I couldn't be happier for you, Maddie and Kiki. And Barbecue Mama, nice job. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
And Barbecue
yeah,
Pops, too.
Yeah. So how long have you known Maddie and Kiki? I don't know.
It was
I know.
2020. It was
Okay,
2020.
2020.
Yeah. When I was just
Okay.
back here, just messing around and seeing other people post food on Instagram, and I said, well, why don't I do that? I'm weird. I can do that. Well, everybody else thought I was weird. Let's put it that way.
Did you have a job before that?
I was still working at that time.
Okay.
Yeah. I quit. I don't know, when did I quit? I think it's been 3 years already.
Mm-hmm.
My husband let me quit.
Yeah.
That was great. But anyway, it wasn't an exciting job, so whatever.
So you're
No
you're definitely more happy now.
Yes.
Than you were.
100%. Yes.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Maddie and Kiki were a very big part of that, because they always keep me inspired. And even lately, I've been laying low. No, there's reasons, but they're nothing bad. Don't get it wrong.
Yeah.
But I needed a break. I just, I got to regroup. I wanted to get interested again. I was getting kind of bored, and it seemed like a burden, but I'm coming back around. I got a few cooks out there on my phone, and we're ready to edit.
Yeah. Yeah, you did slow down a little bit, right?
I'm sorry?
You did slow down a little bit.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. I also had a grandson, and there's other things that are coming together. Everything's fine, but
life always, even though we're busy, life continues to revolve around us. Next week, I'm going out on a family vacation for a week.
Yay.
So I'm trying to get all the things in. So, I agree with you. Everything you said about M&K. I think it's no great secret how I feel about them. Luckily,
yes.
My wife is supportive. She knows exactly how I am. I've known her for 35 years. I've always had girls as friends. I'm just comfortable around them.
Yes.
I
married a guy just like that, Tommy. In fact, he loves Maddie and Kiki. I think he loves Maddie and Kiki. But I was going to have him be out here, be on this video, but he ran away with Bob. I can't believe that. That's so rude.
There you go. So, look, I do appreciate you coming on, Kat.
You're welcome. And I love you, ladies. I love you too, Tommy. I'm not leaving you out, Tommy.
There you go. I know. Be well, and get to posting up some stuff. We'll be there to watch.
I am on it.
There you go. Thanks.
All right. Bye.
And of course, that is the best hair in the business. I latched on to Kathy maybe 2 years back or so. I mean, it's a blur to me, but she does some phenomenal work. So we're going to go, at this point, we're going to go from the best hair in the business to the no hair in the business, because we got to bring the big guy on, because he's got to get in on this. And of course, I am talking about my man. You are live, brother.
What's going on?
Were you just flexing? Were you flexing for
I was stretching. I have no idea what that was all about. I was
there you go.
Yeah,
I got you, man.
Feel the stretch in there.
Your hammers are a little bit light that you are light.
I know.
And of course, we know that CJ is down 50-something pounds.
Yeah, give or take. Not after this weekend though.
Well, you got to reward yourself a little bit. I know it was your wife's birthday.
Her birthday's actually Wednesday, but we were celebrating this weekend. So, and I just had to annoy her by taking a bunch of pictures, like every stop we did or whatever, So.
Mm-hmm. Did you win in AC?
What's that?
AC. I'm thinking you're in Jersey, Las Vegas.
Vegas, yeah, Vegas.
Someday
I'll get out to AC. We'll go.
Trust me, when you go to Vegas, you don't want to. AC's not even. It's silly.
Nice.
It's silly.
All right.
So tell us a little about your journey with M&K.
Well, you know, I've been watching the girls forever. I mean, they became part of the barbecue family, the YouTube family, a long time, and it's just to see what they've done. So, you know, we love the live show every Friday or Thursday or, you know, whatever day they work it. You know, we show up for it and we're ready to watch them dance and have a good time and join in on the drinking and not drinking and the meat and the not meat, depending on who's cooking and making, who's tending the bar. So just to see what they've done over the years and grow and all that stuff, I feel like, you know, just like you, man, we've feel kind of proud and responsible, whatever. Like, you know, we brought them along. They've been on the hot seat with me and Dutch, and you know, we've just watched them grow. And this show on Gusto. I mean, dude, it's like, you know, our little baby sisters are all grown up and doing some good stuff,
right.
man, you know, and couldn't be more proud, couldn't be more excited for these girls. And man, I can't wait for tomorrow night. We're gonna tear it up.
Definitely. You know, I was one day, I was a little bored in my office here, and I went back and looked at some of their early live shows.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, look at some of the early live shows to compare to the show today. It is, you know, it's just unbelievable.
Right.
You know, but you know how they stuck with it. You know, who was I talking? Was it my wife? You know, so I can't remember who I was talking to, but you know, they kind of not gave up, but they stopped making the videos and just put it all into the live show.
Right.
Now, whether they did that because, you know, Barbecue Mama had her battle going on, you know, maybe it was a time, and I think I brought this up before. Whatever it was, I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason. Whether COVID, you know, what happened with Barbecue Mama, you know, it all brings it just, you know, maybe they would have continued to make videos and didn't go that extra mile or two with the live show. You know, maybe they would have not landed the show. Life is just strange that way on the roads. I was thinking before how we all come into forks in the road, you know, and we all could go this way, we could go that way, we can go straight, and some people go that way, and they just, you know, they go the wrong way. Some people are more determined and they pick the right way. And what Cmac was saying, like, life's a journey, not a destination. And but it is just amazing, like you said, how the girls have grown, you know, from 4 years ago. Now they have been at this for, I think, 10, 11 years, I think that they said.
Right.
So it's amazing.
Well, you got to decide, you know, what you're going to do with this. You know, we've talked about it, you know, 100 times. You know, people come and go trying to do the YouTube thing. And, you know, if you're driven or if you're, you know, not even just YouTube, I'm sorry, content creation, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, for a lot of us, the goal is to, you know, get a show. For a lot of us, the goal is to make some money. You know, some people just like the social aspect of this,
right?
You know, having, you know, buddies, you know, I know I can call on Cmac anytime I'm heading to New England. I got a place to hang out and stay, right? You know, same with you in Jersey, right? You know, Dutch in Iowa. You know, this thing, YouTube, the content creation has opened up so many doors of friendship and you know, camaraderie that, you know, even though you and I more do this for, you know, it's our job, you know, it's our business, you know, we're business owners now, right? To see our friends grow in this and do something that, you know, hey, I would love to be on a network show one time too, right? You know, so that's amazing to see our friends do it. And
I think be more proud. You just posted, I think you just posted a meme today or yesterday that one of the most best, I'm going to muff it up, but one of the most best things for you is just to see your friends succeed.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I couldn't be more proud of my friends when they do good things too.
Yeah.
You know, that I just saw Cmac in the chat. Never mind. So we don't include Cmac on hanging out in New England. So got it. I'm coming to Riverfest one of these times, man.
Or no, it's the Egg Fest.
Well, no, he does something at his house every year.
Oh, okay.
He is called Riverfest.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong, C-Mac. Throw it in the chat, but I want to get out there one of these times for sure.
so like, just to touch on there, just by picking up a cell phone and forks in the road, me, you, the girls, Cmac, Kathy, whoever else is in this chat that's a content creator, there's different forks and there's different directions that we all like. I would never want to be on network TV. I don't want to work that hard. I'm a little too old for it.
Right.
But I'm happy where I am. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
That's the key. That's the key. We all just want to be happy no matter what we do. And, it's just great to see. That's great to see, like you said.
Yeah. And I still think, as far as I understand, this isn't going to stop the weekly shows. MK, correct me in the chat. But I mean, just because you got the Gusto thing, you're still going to be doing your Friday lives. One of these days, Tommy and I are going to get up there and we're going to do some live cooking in the barbecue barn and hang out with y'all and do it right. In the meantime, we're going to keep watching from afar. We're going to keep drinking. We're going to keep dancing every Friday and keep doing what we do. It's must see TV.
I would love it. I see my camera's getting ready to start freaking out. No doubt. I mean, they're only a hop, skip, and a jump over the border for me.
Right.
It'd be about 8 hours or so, which isn't that bad. I'm going down. I've mentioned at the beginning of the show, I'm going down to North Carolina with the fam, and it's a 10-hour drive. But I'll jump in the old wrap. We'll get there. You know what it is.
Yeah, that'll get you there in style for sure.
You know how it is.
I keep trying to convince Mrs. CJ that's a good idea for me to get one too, and she keeps saying no.
I'm trying to convince the wife for a Raptor R, which is quite a few more shekels more.
That's the one. That's the one I'm working on.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah,
but hey, man, you're content.
It's only money. You don't see the U-Haul.
That's what I try to tell her. I said, look, we're all going to die once, so
live while you can, do the good things,
live while you can.
Things.
Well, you know what I told her? I said, because we're both, we've saved our whole life and we've got some 401k money in this, and she's just coming of age where you could pull it with no penalty. I said, look, let's pull some. I'll get the R, you get a Lexus, and we won't have any car payments.
Yeah,
and we'll still have money.
Hey, listen, I agree. You should do that. So Alice, just say, CJ's, on board. I approve.
She's listening. She knows.
And then you could ship out your other Raptor to me. I'll take your secondhand. It's like a grill. Just send out the extra grill you have, right?
I'll send my grills out there. I got to trade that in though. So how you doing? Dude, I know you're. Yeah.
I'm actually I'm about ready to hit the 75 hard again tomorrow. I'm gonna start it up again. I just happened to, it's a pain in the ass and it's tough, but it was really something awesome for me to kind of keep the accountability, the discipline, whatever, to see the end result when I got done, the whole bait. I think Mr. CJ is going to do it with me too. I think we got a couple friends that are going to do it. So it's, it's for my specific journey, being a big boy, trying to get down a not so big boy, it helps to kind of keep some kind of, direction. Because once I got done, I was like kind of lost. Like, I don't know what I'm doing more. Like, I still continue to work out every day, but I wasn't drinking the gallon of water or whatever. And it just I felt a little lost about what I wanted to do next. So I took the month, we had some fun, did a couple Vegas trips, all that jazz. And then, now I'm ready to get back to it on Monday, start getting it going.
Yeah. You just don't want to get lost, and it's so hard to lose, but it's so easy to pick up 10.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And you just want to try to,
the bigger you are, the easier it is to pick up more. So like, it's just, this weekend, I didn't probably go completely overboard for any normal person, a couple drinks there, nice dinners, obviously. But dude, I guarantee you, I probably put on 5 pounds over the weekend just because it's the way it rolls. It's a big boy weight loss and weight gaining,
Yeah. I mean, look, I make no great secret, man. I live on the scale. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's just the way it is. I try to go to the gym. I try to take care of myself.
You know, all I'm trying to do is, you know, obviously get healthy, but you know, match Kiki's guns. You know, that's all I want to do in life. You know,
I
get
hear
my
you.
guns to match Kiki's. That's it.
All right, so look, I'm going to let you slide.
All right,
I've got to get to something else, but I appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Hey, and ladies, hey, congratulations again. You know, we love you. Keep kicking ass. That's all I can say. Just keep kicking
There you
ass.
go, man. We'll
All right,
talk
Tommy.
soon.
Love you, brother.
Great.
See you.
All right, so look, we got to keep this moving, and I have to say, so I reached out to a lot of people. Some were a little bit more fugazi about it. I'll keep everything to myself. But there was one guy that said, "You tell me when, you tell me where, and I will drop everything and be there." And I said to myself, you know what? This guy is straight up. This guy is, you know, for who he is. I just thought, you know, that was the about the coolest thing that I've heard. And I have to tell you, I probably fell asleep, and I hope he's not listening. I could see him, but he may not be listening yet. But I probably fell asleep to this dude more than he knows. Because when I would come home, and this was back in my party days, I would turn him on TV, and I would friggin' watch him until I fell asleep. I'm guessing it was 2003, 4, somewhere in that range. But again, you know, reaching out to him and him being so positive about this, I got to bring him on. Uh, he needed to be here. I needed to talk to him. And I know the girls love him. And I see him working the stove. Let me just give him a second. He's taking something out of the stove. I'm building the suspense. There he is in all his glory. And there's the man.
All righty. Good. I can
You
see
are
you.
on.
I can hear you. Oh, I'm just doing my homage to Maddie and Kiki here. I have my burgers here, and I have my bacon, and I have some potatoes.
I'll tell you, Chef, you are friggin' gold. You are gold. I'm sure you heard the beginning, but I used to watch you. I wish my mother was alive because she'd probably freak out. I used to watch you all the time on TV. I can't say enough how open you were to dropping your whole schedule and to be on this show tonight for the girls. I think it means a lot to me. Definitely means a lot to them that you are a real person, a genuine person.
Well, thank you very much for saying that. I know you
Yeah.
don't mean it, but it's okay. It's okay.
No, I do. Hey, do I mean it? I actually have a second channel, a license to griddle.
Oh,
So that was kind of that's what I named my YouTube channel, which is named right directly from you.
awesome.
You know, from your show, License to Grill. Like I said, man, I mentioned this to the girls months and months back. I actually tried to get you on my show last year. It just didn't work out. But because I do this show here, I tried to get you on last year, but it didn't work out. I grew up watching you. Yeah, I was older. I was in my 40s, but you know, again. So go ahead.
Doesn't make me feel bad.
Yeah, so, no, not at all. So Maddie and Kiki, I've talked to them. They definitely dig you. I know you dig them. So go ahead. You got the mic.
Listen, I just want to tell the both girls, listen, enjoy this ride. You just don't know when it's going to end, but you know where it's going to start. So just take the ride, take everything that's coming in and accept it. Don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about any of those people out there that think they should be in your position. You're in the position. Just drive the bus, do what you got to do. I love what you guys do. You know, it's not that, you know, I'm not taking inspiration from anybody at this point. I don't watch food TV. I don't do any of that stuff. I just cook. But when they reached out to me before, I took a look at their channel, and you know what? I really like what they're doing. They're bringing some positive energy back into a negative space, which people have turned it into a negative space, but it's not a negative space. If you want to cook, you cook. And if you don't, go lay bricks. But these girls are doing a great job. And all I can ever say is thank them for bringing me on their show. They paid proper homage. I just really enjoyed what they do. And I hope that they have great success.
Now, did I read correctly that you're on Gusto TV? Did they pick up your license to grill?
It could be there. I don't know. I honestly,
Okay.
I do not pay attention. It's something I did 20 years ago. If it's on, people tell me all the time they just saw me. You saw me 20 years ago.
Now,
But again,
no aspirations to get back on TV?
I have
God,
been
you're
working. I've been working
so
on
good.
a couple projects over the
Yeah.
past couple of years. The landscape has changed. It's my generation type cook chef is not kind of in vogue right now. But again,
Mhm.
it's cyclical. It'll come back around. It's listen. I keep myself sharp. If anybody's on IG, just you can see what I do on a daily basis.
I tell you, because I'm a trained, so I'm not a chef. I didn't go to school, but my mother owned a restaurant in Woodbridge, New Jersey. So I grew up in the kitchen, stocking shelves at 6, 7 years old. I used to go to work with her. Then I went to the dishwasher. Then I went to the flat top. Then I worked underneath the chef, working the line. So I was a line cook. But as you know, how important the line cooks are. So I would have 40, 50 dupes in front of me and, 6, 7 saute pans behind me. And, I was just rocking and rolling. So when I watch you on IG, it really takes me back because you're in the kitchen, you're preparing food, you're talking about what you're doing. The girls actually had me out to work with them in the kitchen at a couple events. And me working in the kitchen and watching you work in the kitchen just takes me back. That's it. It's in my blood. So I definitely dig what you're doing on Instagram for sure.
Yeah, I listen. It's my passion. Listen, I've
Yeah.
been a corporate chef for the last 10 years. I love training people, and the reason I have the opportunity to do some of the stuff that I'm doing is because I don't have to slug it out on the line anymore. And
Yeah.
I write recipes, I write menus, I do all that extraneous stuff that you see behind the scenes.
You're the
But
executive?
I'm a corporate executive chef. Basically, I run a 68,000 square foot event space in Toronto. We have 55,000 square feet outside. It's called the Toronto Event Center. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
And basically, we do events from 300 to 7,000. So my weeks change on the
Yeah.
daily. So again, I love being a chef. I've been a chef now. It's going into my 30th year. I still probably have another 5 or 10 if I can, if the passion's still there, I'm going to continue to do this. I've always
Mhm.
said I'm going to fall by my stove. I'm not
Yeah.
that guy that just wants to watch from the outside.
Yeah. Look, I've known a lot of chefs, trust me, and a lot of them were not nice people. But I can tell right away, man, you are just you're true to the fabric of your soul. You're a nice guy. I could tell. I could
I
tell.
try. I try. Listen, 10 years ago, even 20 years ago, I wasn't the nicest guy because again, when you're young and you're full with the ego thing,
Yeah.
it tends to cloud your judgment. And at 58 years old now, I've calmed down enough to know that I've seen it all.
Hmm.
Busy night, slow night, it doesn't matter. Whatever they're going through on the line, I have been through it with them. And they
Yeah.
know that I'm never going to leave them alone. If I'm in Toronto,
Good.
I'm here, no matter what.
Good. Good for you, chef. I mean, good for you. Look, I feel like because of the girls and you coming on here, I would love one day to either be with them or whatever and meet you and shake your hand. Hopefully that'll happen sometime down the road.
Listen, I'm always here.
Yeah. Chef, I appreciate you. If you want to close out with a quick word for the girls, then we will let you go.
Not a problem. As I will just reiterate that, ladies, this ride that you're going on, I have been on. And I never stopped to smell the roses all the time. You know, it was stressful while I was doing it. But one thing I can look back in hindsight now is to say, you know what? Take every day as it comes, every challenge as it comes. Accept all the things that you know that you can't change on a daily, and just say, you know what? Hug them, bring them in closer to you, because that's what's going to make you a better cook. That's going to make you better presenter on television. As you can
Beautiful.
see, it never leaves you. It never leaves you. Once you've been there, you can never go back. Even talking with your hands, people don't understand. A normal person will stand like this, but
That's
a
me.
person who's been on television, they understand. This is
Yeah.
part of the deal. Ladies, just enjoy the ride. I appreciate you, and I really hope all you have is success. Bless
Beautiful.
you.
Chef, you couldn't have that was perfect, man. That was perfectly said. I appreciate you coming on, and I'll keep watching you.
Oh,
I'll
don't
keep
worry.
watching you.
You can see this IG later, because I'm just making dinner now for my my brood.
There you go, man. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Be good.
Have a great night.
All right. Ciao, guys. Take care.
Ciao. Boy, what a what a nice guy, man. What a nice man. You know, like I said, I reached out to a couple people, and I'm not going to say they were cold, but they weren't as open as he was. Um, and look, he's a big deal. You know, that guy is a big deal. He's a big deal in my life, as well as Stephen Reichland, because these are two guys, and Julia Childs, who has long gone. These are three good people: Julia Childs, Stephen Reichland, and a chef. I don't want to mess his name up, so I'm not going to say it. The license to grill. These are three shows that I watched. You know, Julia Child probably 70s, 80s, and then Stephen Reichland came after that, and then License to Grill. Like I said, man, I had many of drunk nights coming home, party nights, and you know, put the TV on and he was on, you know, and I just dug his show. It was real. He was always at the pool. He was always happy. He was always smiling, and I feel he has learned to. He has learned as we get older to enjoy every second of it, because it goes fast. It goes fast, and he's in a spot right now that he is not chasing anything. He's just happy you know, he's just happy to be where he is. So I did have one other person lined up, but I don't think she is going to make it, because I know she was. I know she was away with her family, but of course, Kara was very open to being here. But I have been following her all day. She was out on a canoe. She was doing this. She was doing that. So she might have got tied up. So I'm not sure she is going to make it. But I'm very happy the way the show turned out. I wanted to. The girls are very humble. They're not the type that are going to blow their own bugle. You know, look at me, look at me. That is not who they are. But I felt, I felt that they needed their spot. They needed their spot. Now, look, they're going to probably be out doing promos. They're going to have to blow the horn a little bit. I'm sure Gusto is going to send them out, maybe to do some morning shows and stuff like that. But I felt like within the family of YouTube, that these girls needed their due. You know, they needed their due. They've worked hard. I'm sure they have made sacrifices, not job related, because I'm sure that was easy quitting their job. But, you know, they probably made, I know from conversations that they have put a lot into the live show and haven't really had too many vacations with and not vacations with me. vacations with their significant others. Because they're just putting everything into the show. I know their grueling schedule starts Monday morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with prep work. They have to prep for the show. I'm guessing, because I haven't really talked to them about it, but I'm guessing Monday they get up, they start, maybe menu planning, prepping, cooking. I'm sure they pre-cook everything to make sure it's going to go off without a hitch. Remember, this is like a taped show, but it's not a YouTube video, where we can just cut stuff out. They have to get it right. So I'm sure it's a lot of pressure. TV is not something, again, that I want to ever do, but they shine at doing it. And I wanted to give them an hour on here. I know they got a lot of viewers. Bat 13. I don't know if he got the second email, Bat, but I actually wanted Bat 13 to come on in the beginning of the show, but he didn't respond to me. I'm guessing he either didn't see it or doesn't want to go in front of the camera. Not everybody. I had to talk my wife into coming on. She didn't want to go in front of the camera, so I totally get it. But I thought it would have been nice if Bat came on, but I totally get it. We all respect Bat. We all dig Bat. He's supporting not only my channel, Maddie and Kiki, but he is supporting a lot of channels. He's always first up. So I wanted to give Bat his due, but I totally get it, Bat. That you didn't want to come on. But I wanted Bat 13 to know that M and K, as well as myself, appreciate his support. It means a lot when you show up on the videos first. I friggin' gave up. I used to try to challenge Bat and be Friday first on the grill, but I can't beat the guy. The guy is bananas, man. So I just kind of gave up on it and just let Bat 13. I don't know how he does it, but he definitely does do it. Girls, you didn't have to do that. I appreciate you. I will take that money and buy you a soft drink, because you girls don't drink. But I definitely do appreciate that. Like I said, I wanted you girls to get your 60 minutes in, because you deserve it. You deserve it. So look, Kara, we missed you. We know you love the girls. I know they appreciate you. I know Kara tried. I know she wanted to be here because we went back and forth. So that's that. As my daughter checks in, real guys, a part of the family. Go for it. There's Bat 13. Everyone in the barbecue family rocks. She's way too adorable. We can't thank you enough for the show. You've made us feel very special. I always try. Let's hear it for Tommy. A splendid job live. It's very nerve-wracking doing this live. Do I ever want to do live TV? No, I don't. It was very nerve-wracking trying to line up these guests to get them here. I actually had to put more than 30 seconds into the show. Usually I spend more time getting dressed for the show than any. I just turn my computer on and do a show. This one, I had to line up everybody, CJ, and I wanted to try to get people here that the girls are close to. So look, I'm starting to get a little dry mouth here. I am going to end this show right here. I know the girls had a good time, and that was my goal here. We had discussed them coming on, but it's just too much for them, and I totally get it. I see, like I said, I see when they get up in the morning at 2:30, 3 o'clock, 3:30, because I could see. It's not like I'm a stalker or anything, but I could see when they log on, and then to work all day and do the show, and then from the show they got to start preparing for their Friday show. So congratulations, girls, you got yourself a business. All right, guys, look, that is going to end the show here, man. I appreciate all the support that you have given myself, the girls, Kathy, everybody, all us creators. CJ, I've got to know CJ. The dude is straight up. And again, I can't thank, I'm going to say Renford. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but that dude is aces. If I ever see that guy and meet him, I would give him a hug, not even a handshake, because, you know, if there was more people like Chef Brentford, I know I'm messing his name up and I do apologize, but if there was more chefs like him, the guy lights up a room, you could tell. And like I said, he was willing to drop everything to be on the show tonight. And I think he prepared a nice special meal even for M&K. So the guy is straight up, man. The guy is straight up. The guy is gold. And like I said, I would absolutely love to meet him. So if the girls get something in Toronto, we are definitely in, because I would love to meet that guy. All righty, look, I got to get out of here. My mouth is getting dry. Oh, did she call me HT? I didn't catch that. I'll have to go back and watch that. And again, a big shout out to my wife, who lets me flirt around with these girls. She knows what I'm about. She knows that there is nothing but love between us, and kind of sisterly love with a little bit of flirting in there. That is it. So look, that is going to end this show. I got to stop talking here. I got to do what I got to do. I appreciate everybody for checking in. Girls, you have a good night. I'll probably get a text from you in a couple of minutes. Uncle Steve, it is good to see you. Everybody who joined in on this show tonight, I appreciate you all. And until next time, you know we will see you guys